So first and second with 2 outs. Sam Hilliard, the next to hit for the Reds. Ball 1, no strikes.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
They're down to their final strike.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
The Reds down to their final strike. Now a pop-up on the infield. McMahon moving under it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Giants strand the go-ahead run to hold on for the win.
Well, all you want is a chance going to that final frame. They got some base runners, had the tying run at second, the winning.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the San Francisco Giants. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set. And today's starting pitcher, Max Fried.
Been a very solid pitcher throughout his career. ERA around 3.5. What I like is he competes, he stays in the game, and he gives his team an opportunity to win.
All right, ready to get underway. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman. The 1-1 is fouled off. The wide to kick the pitch. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Freeman hits it in the air. Wisdom calls it in, and there's one away. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. This has been a good, productive lineup so far this year. Currently ranking among the better teams in terms of total hits and runs per game.
Well, you know, this lineup sees it as very important to put the ball in play, Boog. I mean, this is an age where strikeouts are up so high and guys are swinging and missing, going for the fences. But if you can increase that contact rate, you can be a dangerous club. You get more guys on base, and then all of a sudden, when that big swing comes through, you're plating more runs. So we'll see if this pitcher can get some soft contact, let the defense work behind him.
One out, base is empty. That misses. And that's ball two. Two of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. In there at the knees. And the count's even at 2. And he deals. And Mookie takes. Struck him out swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Shohei Ohtani now. He made an immediate impact when he joined the league back in 2018.
He sure did, Boog. Ohtani singled in his first at bat, won his first game on the mound, and then hit his first home run the next day. No adjustment period needed whatsoever.
2 outs, base is empty. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Pitch misses, and now 3-2. There's a line drive to left field. Wisdom puts it away, and that is that. Dodgers go back here with my pal Singy. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Gavin Stone. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
The 1-1. And strike 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And the righty deals. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And now batting, Mike Trout. Fitzgerald aboard here at first with nobody out.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Righty delivers. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw. Save. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Next offering misses down and away.
2-2.
Got him swinging. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One out and a runner at second here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Out at third. And that ends the inning. Back here in San Francisco. All set for the start of the inning.
Out. 3.
And now it's Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all with the lack of contact in today. Today's game. This
4-4. Take your base. 3.
Now pitching for the Giants.
Ball 4. Take the base.
Number 99.
3.
Karen Jeffrey. Now pitching for the Los Angeles. Number 59. Evan Schiller.
3.
Now pitching for the Giants. Number 45. Jesus. Love He's running at first base. Number 33, James Outman. Now pitching for the Dodgers.
4-4. Take
Number
the base.
48, Gustav Gruffalo. Now pitching for the Giants. Number 74, Ryan
Ball 4. Take the
Walker.
base.
Now pitching for the Dodgers. Number 56, JP. Now pitching for Los Angeles. Number 51, Alex Garcia.
Triple-digit wins, 100 wins. That's hard to even look at. You kind of blink your eyes to make sure that it says what you're reading. But an incredible.
Here's Trout.
No matter
Now
what,
batting.
when you're playing this
The
kind of
center
rival, take your game to another level.
Wow.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
Bounce to third, and it stays fair. One runs in, across is the winning run, and the Giants walk it off 8-7.
When you're down 2 runs in the 9th inning, the odds are definitely stacked against you, but they found a way to come up with some big hits. They scored 3 runs for the win. What an incredible way to finish this ball game.
high score this afternoon. First for the big.
Play ball. Three. 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 He's safe. Three. Take your base, ball 4. 3. 3.
John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. Thanks for joining
Leading
us.
up
We're in the
for the
7th
Giants,
with nobody out.
the designated hitter, Juan
Line of the
Soto.
pitch. There's a swing and a drive. Dives and makes the catch.
That diving catch right there is the kind of play that just fires up the team, whether it's to make more great defensive plays or to get back in the dugout and swing the sticks.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Patrick Bailey. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Merrill puts it away for the out. 2 down. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. Into the bleachers and gone. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 4-1.
That home run narrows the gap between these two. This one isn't over yet. High velocity up and in is just such a difficult location for the hitter, but this time he pulls the hands tight to the body, gets through this pitch. What conviction in that swing. Awesome job at the plate.
And up next for San Francisco, Patrick Wisdom.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. Now around second, going for third. The relay throw in there safely.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there.
Put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one. Now let's see if they can string something together, make it a little more interesting.
So man aboard, Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. A rope into right, and that's a base hit. In to score is the runner from third. It's 4-2.
Picks himself up an RBI. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Runner at first with 2 away. And digging in for San Francisco, Elliot Ramos. The tying run at the plate. Swings and blasts one deep to left center, and that should be extra bases. And it gets by him. They're waving McMahon home. Cut off, throw to third, and he's in there. They pick up a run, and now it's a 1-1 game.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Dylan Cease will depart, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Adrian Morejon.
And he may only have to face one batter in this spot. At least that's what they're hoping as he tries to strand that runner at third. Big spot here.
With the go-ahead run at the plate here in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. Now a chance for Jordan Walker. Laser! Could be extra bases. And it's off the wall. He pulls into second, and a run comes in to score.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Tyler Fitzgerald, the next Giant to hit. And on second, 2 down. That's a base hit. Caught in a rundown now, and they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out, inning over. But a huge 4-run inning has knotted this one up. We look ahead to inning number 8. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. James Karinchak.
Pinch running at first.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Number 8.
That's ball 4.
Now pitching for the Giants.
Ball
Number
4. Take your
51.
base.
David.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Clay Holmes. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Here's
Number
Mike
36,
Trout.
Clay Holmes.
Hard hit left side. Ken with the throw to first. One up, one down.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
Here's Juan Soto. That one ripped right center field. And it one-hops the wall. And he's got a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. Tying run at the plate. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Coming around third is Soto. He scores, and it's a one-run game. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So the tying run at second. This one driven deep center field on its way. Home run. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 7-6. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time. Sometimes too much velocity will cause a pitcher to throw through the sink.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Tom Cosgrove.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now, Patrick Wisdom. Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
All over that one right there. You see a ball come off the bat line, and for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106.
And now Ryan McMahon on the ground right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second now, one out.
Back-to-back singles, just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Here's Elliot Ramos. And that one finds its way through. Here comes Wisdom around third. Pulls into third safely as a run scores.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it...
That smash towards center. Nabs it. Runners tagging from second and third. The throw's offline. He's saved. And they take a 3-run lead.
That wasn't your standard sac fly. He barreled that baseball. Just couldn't get it to drop in.
Now it's the Giants' leadoff hitter, Tyler Fitzgerald. Kicks and deals. Swung on, belted. Back there. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. A gigantic blast. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to their lead. It's 11-6. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Mike Trout. That one ripped. And that one's gone into the bleachers. They go back-to-back, and they boost their lead. It's 12-6. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
No question about this one. It's out of here. A massive home run. and they add to the lead. It's 13-6.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Back-to-back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so dominant right now. A pitcher might want to check and see it.
New pitcher coming on, the veteran, Joe Musgrove.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And now, Patrick Bailey. And that one hammered. That's back there. Bangs off the wall. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way, but well, that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though.
Oh, now this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. The throw is off line, and he's in to score. It's 14-6.
They are really feeding off each other. That's 5 hits in a row. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And there's a rocket into the outfield, and that rolls into the corner. Throws to second, and he's out trying for 2. That ends the inning, but they do score a run here. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Paul. So the San Francisco Giants off of the right foot here in this wild card series. They take game 1 in front of their home fans.
Yeah, and you could argue there's even more pressure on you as the home team in a 3-game series, but these fans definitely showed up for this one. They had an impact, Boog, and their guys took care of business.
And on the other side of things, it'll be an elimination game in this same atmosphere in game 2, so that will be quite a test to keep their season alive.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
This one ends 15-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Sciambi. Talk to you soon.
Let's play ball. 3. 3. 3. Take your base, ball 4. Ball 4, take your base. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. Ball 4, take your base. 3. 3. 3. Take your base, ball 4.
Now pitching for the Giants, number 35, Jesus
Ball 4, take your base.
Luzardo.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for
Leading
joining
up
us.
for the
We're
Giants,
in the 6th and nobody out.
Designated hitter, Juan Soto.
At the belt and fires. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Tatis going back. And that ball is out of here. his second home run of the series, and they cut into the lead. It's 6-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. That was blasted to the moon, and they inch closer. It's 6-3.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Now here is Patrick Bailey. Ripped on a line. Merrill makes the catch, and there's one down.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way bad.
The pitch. Hit in the air, center field. Merrill settles underneath it, hauls it in, and there's two away. And here's the first baseman, Patrick Wisdom.
Patrick Wisdom.
Hammered, base hit, and that keeps the inning alive. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. And the pitch. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Tatis going back. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. In to score from first, and it's 6-4.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball, and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
Next to hit, Jackson Holliday. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. And that one is gone. He sends it out of here. Their third home run of the inning, and they tie it up. It's 6-6. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's the right fielder, Tyler Fitzgerald. And a pitch. That's ripped. Base hit. And that extends the inning.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here.
Out of the bullpen for the Padres, Yu Darvish. And now batting, Mike Trout.
For San Diego, number 11, Yu.
2 outs. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw to second. Save. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Out of here. The 2-run shot make that 4 homers in the inning, and they've rallied from 5 back. It's 8-6.
Who doesn't love watching Mike Trout smash home runs? His swing just sounds different.
Juan Soto now rips that one to right. Tracks it down for the out. And that'll do it. The final damage here. Back here at Oracle Park.
Leading up.
The wind of the pitch. That's a laser base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Merrill makes the catch. One down. Here's Elliot Ramos.
Left fielder.
Chapman at first, one gone. Ripped on a line to center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's two down.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall.
next
Maybe
for the
next time
Giants.
up he'll find a hole.
The first baseman.
And up next for the Giants, Patrick Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Right-handed reliever. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back. On the warning track and hauls it in. For San Francisco. So the San Francisco Giants sweep this wild card series with back-to-back wins and look ahead now to the division series.
Well, they really showed up, Boog, and so did these home fans. A lot of really positive energy in this ballpark, and I'm sure that had some impact at least. And this club has to feel excited moving on to the next round with a lot of good momentum on their side.
And, of course, on the other side, the season comes to a close. It's always great to make the postseason, but it was a short run, and I'm sure that's something they will look to improve upon as they move into the offseason and prepare for next year.
Let's play ball. He's safe. Three. 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 Ball four, take your base. Three. He's safe. Three. Ball four, take your base. He's safe. Three. Take your base, ball four.
Now pitching for the Phillies, number 99, Taijuan
Ball four, take your base.
Walker.
He's safe. Ball 4, take your base.
Now pitching for the Giants,
3.
number
Take your
99,
base, ball 4.
James Karinchak.
3. 3. Ball 4, take your base.
Now pitching for San Francisco, number 51,
Ball
David
4, take your base.
Bednar.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. And digging in for San Francisco, Jackson Holliday.
Jackson Holliday.
This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And we're starting over. It's 6-6.
Talk about a clutch swing of the bat. He just changed this game in a big way.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
All tied up here in game 1 of the NLDS. And the batter now, Tyler Fitzgerald. On a line out towards center. Brings it in, and there's one down.
Good piece of hitting right there. Nice hard line drive to the outfield. You're trying to get on base, represent that go-ahead run. Can't hang your head on that at all.
One down, base is empty. Bounced out to short, Turner. The throw to first. That's the second out.
Well, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. Juan Soto goes deep. Second home run of the inning for him. And just like that, they're out front. It's 7-6. That's his third straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Looks like this guy was looking out.
Orion Kerkering taking over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And that one is lifted in the air. Snags it on the run. And that is that. A couple of runs in the inning. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, number 74.
3. You're out.
Well, all game, this team had to battle with that 10th man. Those fans making a lot of noise, but they took the lead in the 9th inning, quieted things down. Were able to get those final 3 outs in the bottom half as well. Just a very well executed ball game.
So, Chris, here's a look at the final numbers from what turned out to be a really close ball game.
Yeah, this is one of those games that clearly could have gone either way, and that's kind of exactly what you expect.
Let's play ball. Out. 3. Ball 4, take your base. Three. Ball 4, take your base. Take your base, ball 4. 3. Three. Ball 4, take your base.
Now pitching for the Giants, number 64, Sean Kelly.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. Nobody out here in inning number 8. And now it's Juan Soto. And a pitch. Smoked on the ground a second. Tosses to first. They get the out on Soto. Here's Trout. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Zips it to first. 2 up, 2 down. And here is Matt Chapman. Two down, nobody on. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He made him pay for that one. It's 5-4.
Just relentless. This team will not quit. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
To the right side, and that chance handled. Gathers and throws to first. And that is that. But they draw. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Andrew Kittredge.
Just
And now the switch hitting catcher, Patrick Bailey. On a line. And there's one down.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
And time called at the plate. Maybe trying to slow things down here at a crucial spot. So now a pinch hitter, Patrick Wisdom. Big spot for him here. Looking to get the tying run on base. This one smoked out to left. 2 away.
Well, off the bat, it looked like they might get that tying run on base. Maybe even extra bases. No dice, though. A little unlucky on that one.
Ground ball, and this should do it. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Phillies hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game. So, Chris, here's a look at the final numbers from what turned
Let's play ball. Take your base. Ball 4. 3. Ball 4. Take your base. Ball 4. Take your base. He's safe. He's safe. 3. 3. You're out. 3.
John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. Welcome into our broadcast.
Leading off
We've got
for the
nobody out
Giants.
here in the fifth.
The 17th.
Mike Trout, the next Giant to hit.
Wow.
Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. He powers that one out of here. His second homer of this series, and we are tied. It's 4-4. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Now it's Matt Chapman. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a double.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel good.
That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. The run comes in from second, and it's now 5-4.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Here's Elliot Ramos. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. March makes the play. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out. And here's the catcher, Patrick Bailey. One away with a runner at third here in Game 3. In the air out towards right center. Castellanos on his horse. Makes the grab on the run. Runner tagging from third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score, and they lead by 2. Now here's Nolan Jones. 2 down, nobody on. Here in Game 3 of the NLDS. And a rope into center field, base hit. So 2 down, and up next for San Francisco, Junior Caminero. Kicks and fires. Right side, hard hit. The throw to first, that ends the frame. We're back, and they make a change to start the
pitching for the Phillies, number 99, Taijuan Walker.
So one out with two
Now
aboard. Matt Chapman up to the plate now.
Matt
The Giants
Chapman.
trying to break this one open here in the bottom of the sixth. Base hit and a run in to score. Roll into third. And he's out. Chapman into second, and he's got a double. Ryan McMahon.
now pitching for the Phillies, number 39, Colby Allen.
And here is Matt Chapman.
Matt
The Giants up big in this one here in the late stages of Game 3. That one drilled left field. Into the bleachers and gone. His second home run of the series, and they add a run. It's 11-4. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dip.
Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Tanner Banks.
Ball 4, take your base. First base. 3. 3. 3. Out. 3. 3.
Game threes are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
Play ball. He's safe. Ball 4, take your base. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3. Take your base, ball 4. 3. 3. Out. 3. 3. He's safe.
Now pitching for Philadelphia, number 35,
Three.
Josh Stamont.
Ball 4, take your base.
Now pitching for the Giants, number 38.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John
Now
Shambi.
pitching
Thanks
for
for
the
joining
Phillies,
us. Nobody out here
number
in
50,
inning number 8. Orion Kerkering comes on now.
Just trying to keep this
Leading
one
up,
close
Robert
here,
Johnson.
and this is where a bullpen
The
can
third
give their
baseman,
players a chance to fight
Matt
back into the game.
Chapman.
And a pitch. Line drive. Grabs it on the run. One up, one down.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just
first
by a
baseman,
fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Wisdom.
Patrick Wisdom, the next Giant to hit. One down, base is empty. This one in the air, center field. Marsh on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. And up next for San Francisco, Patrick Bailey.
Bailey.
2 down, nobody on. Here in Game 4 of the NLDS. Base hit, center field.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. The 1-1. Right side. Castellanos moves on it. Nabs it, and that'll do it. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, number 74.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can.
You're out. 3.
So digging in, Johan Rojas. The Giants leading by 3 late here in Game 4. That one a little bit high, and that's ball 2. They're down to their final strike.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
The Phillies down to their final strike. And the Giants have moved a step closer. They're off to the National League Championship Series.
You win a National League Division Series, you can breathe a little bit as the next one will stretch out to possibly 7 games. I'm sure they don't want to take it that far, but they're just going to be happy to get there. Congratulations.
Our final line score tonight.
Let's play ball. Ball 4, take your base. He's safe. 3. Take your base, ball 4. Ball 4, take your base. 3. 3. Ball 4, take your base. 3. 3. Take your base, ball 4. 3. 3. 3. Ball 4, take your base. 3. 3.
Welcome if you're just joining us. John
next
Sciambi with
Giants.
Chris Singleton. We're in the
designated
fifth with
hitter.
one man out.
Juan Soto.
The Brewers leading by a run here in Game 1 of the NLCS. And there's a base hit to right field. Coming home. Fires it to the plate. He's safe.
He's in there, safe.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Now Matt Chapman at the plate. Base hit. One run is in. Coming around third is Soto. Save! And it's 6-4.
Well, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
One out. Runner at second. And up next for the Giants, Patrick Wisdom. Out towards right center field. Frelick makes the play. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. Patrick Bailey will hit next.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn.
Oh, and a nice sliding stop. And that's a great play for the out. Back now to start the bottom of the fifth and taking over on the mound, Jesus Luzardo.
That's ball 4. You're out. Out. 3.
Now pitching for the Brewers.
3.
Number 54.
Out.
Robert.
Here's Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base slugging too. Soto swinging a drive, deep right field. Out of here. And they boost their lead. It's 9-6. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
New arm out of the bullpen, Joel Paynes.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Brings it in, and there's one down.
You're out. 3. Ball 4, take your base.
Now pitching for the Brewers. Number 23. Taylor Rogers. Now pitching for San Francisco.
Out. You're out. Out.
Now pitching for the Brewers. Number 49. Ed Murray.
And here is Matt Chapman.
Matt Chapman.
2 to count.
One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the late stages of game one. And that one hammered. That's back. That's long gone. That one felt good, and they add to their lead. It's 11-6.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter.
So one out, nobody on. Patrick Wisdom, the next Giant to hit.
Three. Out. Out. You're out. Ball 4, take the base.
Now pitching for the Giants, number 74.
These hitters had the long ball working for them today. 4 home runs had a lot to do with them coming out on top.
(11-6) the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.
Let's play ball. 3. Ball 4, take your base. Out. Take your base, ball 4. Ball 4, take your base. 3. 3. 3. Ball 4, take your base. 3. 3. Take your base, ball 4. 3. 3. Ball 4, take your base.
Now pitching for San Francisco, number 46. Ryan.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us. We're in the 6th and nobody out.
Chapman.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting. The first
And now the first baseman, Patrick Wisdom. The 1-1. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Chapman headed home. Throw cut off to third. The tag out. But they do get a run.
Absolutely perfect execution of the relay right there to cut him down at third. And he probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip the cap.
Throws to first in time. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Now a screamer into the outfield. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. So it's 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Brewers 8 and the Giants 2. Second game of the NLCS. Now at the plate, Anthony Santander. Back here in Milwaukee, new inning getting started, and digging in for San Francisco, Nolan Jones. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Jackson Holliday, the next Giant to hit. Trying to move him over here. They put the tag on him, and he gets the job done. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
That smash towards center. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. Thought about third there, but throws on the brakes. 2 away now. Here's Trout. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. And the pitch. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. 1 left for San Francisco. They're down 7. It's 9-2. Back. And we're back. We're at the top of the 8th, and now it's Juan Soto. And a pitch. That one ripped. Bangs off the wall. Now he'll turn for second, and it's a double, making him 3 for 4 on the day.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. What a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Here's Matt Chapman. That one is absolutely belted. Chourio ranging back. Stretches out and hauls it in. Runner tags at second. He's in there.
And he hammered that to straightaway center field. It's a deep part of the ballpark. Tell you what, that wind is blowing straight in. Got to be a big man if you're going to go through the wind of that part of the park. It just knocked that ball down.
Hard hit, right side. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
Well, that's a way to get the run across right there. You chip away at this lead. You try to get more runs without giving up outs. We'll see what they're able to do.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for San Francisco, Patrick Bailey. Mitchell sizes this one up. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Taylor Rogers gets the ball now.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw is still in time, so they get the first out of the inning. He's 2 outs away. Now here's Nolan Jones. To the right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And up next for the Giants, Jackson Holliday. Here comes a pitch. Liner caught at second.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
1 out left for the Giants. And now here is Tyler Fitzgerald. Ground ball, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Brewers take this one in a blowout.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out.
Let's play ball. 3, 3, 3. Out. 3, 3, 3. Take your base. Ball 4. First base. 3, 3, 3, 3. Out.
John Shelby with Chris Singleton. Welcome in.
Now
We're in the 6th inning already, 2 out.
Soto.
2 outs. Smoked on the ground a second. Gets it to first. They get the out on Soto. Up now for Milwaukee.
3. First base. 3. Out.
Back here at Oracle Park, bottom of the 7th. Down the third baseman, Matt Chapman. Swung on, belted. That's back there. Onto the warning track, and he hauls it in.
Wow, that was clutch. Huge situation and an incredibly tough play. I thought it was going to drop for sure, but he makes what might be the play of the game. That was absolutely amazing.
Patrick Wisdom, the next Giant to hit. This one backs to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. A gigantic blast. It's 1-1. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at-bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Patrick Bailey now at the plate. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. Around second now, going for 3. The relay throw. Not in time. He's safe.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He powers that one out of here. It's their second home run of the inning, and they lead it. It's 3-1.
No doubt in my mind, just about everybody in this ballpark.
New pitcher on here, Joel Payamps.
Number 31.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Mitchell tracks it down for the out. And digging in for San Francisco, Jackson Holliday. In the air out towards right center. Mitchell really on his horse for it. Long run, tracks it down. And that is that. So they get 3. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Giants 3 and the Brewers 1. Back here in San Francisco, here's the third baseman, Joe.
That's ball 4. 3. Ball 4. Take your base.
On to the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the Giants leadoff hitter, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Tyler Fitzgerald.
And the righty deals. Foul ball. On a line out towards center. Mitchell flashes the leather on the running
Now
catch.
batting, center field.
And now batting, Mike Trout.
Wow.
Base is empty, 1 away here in game 3 of the NLCS. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Mitchell reaching back towards the wall. Hauls it in on the warning track. 2 outs, base is
Now
empty.
back, the
Juan
designated
Soto,
hitter.
the next Giant to hit.
Soto.
Well, with the shift on, hits right into it. Tosses to first. They get the out on Soto. We're
Now
back.
pitching
It's the
for
top
the
of the 9th. And back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Number 49.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
On a line, base hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Everything came together for him. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Now it's going to be Patrick Wisdom Ortiz. Off balance feet, there's one. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
That's out to center field. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers slug their way to a win in this one.
Play ball. Three. 3. Ball 4, take your base. 3. Take your base, ball 4. 3.
Now pitching for the Brewers, number 31, Joel Payamps. Now pitching for the
That hit him.
Brewers,
First base.
number 49, Enoli Paredes.
He's safe. 3. 3. Let's play ball. He's safe. Out. Ball 4. Take your base. He's safe.
Welcome in, and thanks for joining us. John Sciambi with Chris
Leading up
Singleton.
for the
Still
Giants,
nobody out here in the first
the right
inning.
fielder,
And digging in for San
Tyler
Francisco, Tyler Fitzgerald. Kawhi to kick the pitch. And that one hammered. That's back there. Into the bleachers and gone. A massive home run. And they cut it to the lead. It's 6-1.
That could be one of those swings that really help spark this offense. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Here's Mike Trout. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's back. And that one's gone into the bleachers. He's up to 3 home runs in the series. It's 6-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
Juan Soto now. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Bounces over the wall in foul ground, and it's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Out to center. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. And now a wide throw to third. Here's the Giants lineup. Saying they got their work cut out for them. Down a busload already in this one.
And a manager does not want to see his hitters going to the plate swinging like it's a home run derby. He wants hitters to put together quality at bats, play the game that you've been playing and that you've been taught to play with this organization, and go out there and move the line.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. In comes the runner from third. It's 6-3. And the postseason success continues for him.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
And now, Patrick Bailey. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And it hits the fence. Lead runner holds at third. So 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Back-to-back base hits. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And now the first baseman, Patrick Wisdom. 1-2 now. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. That was blasted to the moon. Their 3rd home run of the inning. And it ties it up. It's 6-6.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
And now it's going to be Jordan Walker. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Swings and sends a rocket to right. Corrals it, and there's 2 away.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up, he'll find a hole.
Now it's the right fielder, Tyler Fitzgerald. At the belt and fires. There's a swing and a drive. Chourio going back. And that one is off the wall. Coming home. He'll score easily. And it's a 7-6 game.
He was all over that one. Anytime you smoke the ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been. But obviously, you have to.
He's trying for third. Hard hit left side. Zips it to first. Out, and thank goodness the inning is at last. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second. Up now for Milwaukee, Joseph Ortiz.
Out. 3. Yeah. Out.
Base is empty, one away. Now it's Matt Chapman.
Matt Chapman.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Throw to first. That's it out.
Now pitching for Milwaukee, number 54, Robert Johnson.
Ball 4, take your base. Out. Ball 4, take your base. Out. Out.
Now pitching for Milwaukee, number 47,
Matt Chapman up to the plate now. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone double steal. Swing and a base hit. Throw into third. Hung up in a rundown now. They put the tag on him, and that's out number 2. To second now, but he's safe. A run comes in on the play.
3. You're out. 3. Out. Out. You're out. 3.
Now pitching for the Giants,
Out.
number 64,
You're out. 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 3. You're out. Ball 4, take your base.
Now pitching for the Giants,
Out.
number
Ball 4,
99,
take your base. Out. That's ball 4. Out. Ball 4, take your base. First base. 3. You're out. 3. Ball 4, take your base. Out. Out. You're out.
So 2 away with nobody on.
the
Matt
third baseman.
Chapman, the next to
Matt
hit.
Chapman.
2 outs. That's ripped. Base hit. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Out. 3. 3. Out.
You know, even when this team was trailing by 6, it seemed like they had confidence that they could get back in this ball game. I don't know if they knew they could win it in this fashion, but they did an excellent job of executing in the little ways. They grinded it out and came away with a nice W.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end.
Play ball. Three. 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 Ball 4. Take your base. Three. 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 Take your base. Ball 4. Out. Three. Three.
John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. Thanks for joining us. We're in the 7th with nobody out.
Matt Chapman.
Bounced up the middle. He gets to it with a slide. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out.
This defense came to play tonight. We're seeing some awesome pitching.
Out. Three.
Now pitching for San Francisco, number 29, Andrew Gibson.
That's ball 4. Out.
Now pitching for the Brewers, number 31,
We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Number 49.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Matt Chapman.
That one ripped. Get out of town. And they add a run. It's 4-1.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So
Three.
Now pitching for the Brewers, number 33, Taylor Rogers. Now pitching for the Giants, number 51, David.
congratulations to the National League champions. This team clearly excited, and they deserve every bit of this moment. Enjoy it now, but get yourselves ready for the biggest series of your lives.
For my partner Chris Singleton and our great crew, Thanks for watching the National League Championship Series on MLB The Show.
Our final line score tonight.
Let's play ball. Three. Ball four, take your base. Three. He's safe. Three. Take your base, ball four. He's safe. Three.
Welcome if you're just joining us. John Sciambi with Chris
Now
Singleton.
batting,
We're in the
center
fifth with one out.
Mike
Here's Trout.
Trout.
One down, base is empty. He dives, but he can't make the catch. He decides to eat it. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Runner on at first with one gone. Runner on the goal. That's a laser base hit. The throw in. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Now Matt Chapman at the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. And we're all square. It's 3-3.
Man, he just barely got that one out of here. You've got to love the effort and left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. And there's a hit.
Really swinging it here. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Now here is Patrick Bailey. That one is absolutely belted. And this one could be extra bases. They're waving McMahon home. He will score, and they take the lead. It's 4-3. And he's there at third with a triple.
They are really feeding off each other. That's 5 hits in a row. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And out of here. Second home run of the inning for him. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 6-3.
There was a cutter away. Kind of works like a slider. You've got to stay on it, let it travel a little bit, and then get your arms extended. Really good piece of hitting right there.
1 out, base is empty. And now Jordan Walker. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And here is out towards right center. That's well struck. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Around third. The relay. Not in time. He's safe. And a run comes in to score.
Center fielders in today's game are so talented and so athletic. So when you blast...
Coming on for the Orioles, Zach Eflin.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look...
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. A gigantic blast. Their third home run of the inning, and they add a pair. It's 9-3. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often.
1 down, and now batting Mike Trout. Line drive, caught.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
That's hard hit on the line. Mullins makes the catch. And that is the 3rd out of the before they bat around as 9 men wind up coming around to score.
54.
Ball 4, take the base.
After a couple of times through the order, this team really figured it out with the bats. A huge 5th inning, and that was all they really needed to get this victory today. Really nice job to pick up the W today.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
Final score here today, 10-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Let's play ball. He's safe. Three. 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 Take your base. Ball four. Ball four. Take your base. Three.
Welcome if you're just joining us. John Sciambi with Chris
Now batting.
Singleton. We're in the
The
fifth
center
with
fielder.
one man out.
Mike Trout.
One down, base is empty. Smash to center, way back, and you can forget it. Home run. And we are starting over. It's 4-4.
Wow, what a clutch swing right there. And now anything can happen in this game. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
And now it's Juan Soto. All tied up here in Game 2 of the World Series. Base knock right field.
Now batting, third baseman.
One
Matt
gone runner at first.
Chapman.
Here's Matt Chapman. Hard liner. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's two away.
Not
The
fooled
batter.
at all right there. He was
Second
clearly
baseman.
all over it,
Ryan.
but sometimes
Now pitching for the Giants. Number 12, Jay Bond. Now pitching for Baltimore.
You're out.
Number 19,
Out.
Cole Irvin.
You're out. Three.
And in scored position with two away. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Matt Chapman.
Chapman.
Kicks and deals. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning.
make a great catch.
Ball four. Take your base. Out. That's ball four. Ball four. Take your base. Three.
Now pitching for the Giants. Number 29, Andrew.
Ready for the bottom of the eighth. Here's the second baseman, Ryan
Second
McMahon.
baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Ripped on the ground to second. Whips it to first.
He's out.
One up, one down. Here's the catcher, Patrick Bailey. Ripped on a line. Makes the grab on the run. Out number 2. Patrick
Up next
Wisdom,
for the
the
Giants.
next Giant to hit.
The first baseman, Patrick Wisdom.
Swing and next rip towards right center. Pulls it in on the run. And that's the inning. We head to the bottom of the ninth. And digging in for San Francisco, Jordan Walker. So now a pinch hitter, Elliot
Number
Ramos.
17.
Now, plenty of work to do on offense, so they're just looking for any kind of spark here.
The lefty ready, and a 1-1. There's a line drive to left field. And a base hit right there. And the leadoff man aboard.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So they're making a move for a bat off the bench.
Number 13.
Junior Caminero. A runner at first for him, nobody out. Here's a 1-1. Well struck left field. And that one hops the wall. Around third. Safe.
Drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his bat. Kind of put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
Here comes the closer here in the ninth, Felix
74.
Bautista.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Ripped to short. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Up next to the Giants, the center fielder, Mike.
Now Trout gets a chance to hit. Smoked into left field, base hit. Around third. He scores, and it's now a 2-run game. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in, I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
With the winning run at the plate here in the late stages of game 2. Runner takes off, rocketed out towards right center. No one can get there. It falls in. One runs in. Runner around third on his way to the plate. The tying run is in to score, and we are starting over. In there, he's safe.
Huge moment for him and his team, Boog. You know, some guys just grip it a bit too tight in a big spot like this, having a chance to tie it up in the bottom of the ninth. But
Chris Sir Anthony Dominguez is checked into the game. Runner at third, nobody out. And here is Matt Chapman. The 1-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Sizing this one up. Brings it in. Runner tags for home. Whoa, not in time, and they walk it off.
Well, in the postseason, there's so much excitement, so much energy, everyone hanging on every single pitch. To have a walk-off win under these circumstances, these people have gone crazy. What a nice win, but you got to turn the page quickly to come back for the next game.
And the final here today, 9-8. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Play ball. 3. 3. 3. Ball 4, take your base. 3. 3. Take your base, ball 4. 3. 3. 3. 3. 3.
John Shambi alongside Chris
Leading off
Singleton.
from
Thanks for
Giants.
joining us. We're in the
The catcher,
7th with
number
nobody
14,
out. Well, one-run game,
Bailey.
and now the catcher comes up to hit. Patrick Bailey. Line drive, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Just a solid swing right there.
Sir Anthony Dominguez taking over on the mound.
56.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
He's got it. Now a throw to first, and he won't get back in time. It's a double play. Now a chance for Jordan Walker. Swung on, belted. Mullins going back on this one. Pulls it in on the warning track. Back now at Oriole.
Ball 4, take your base.
Now pitching for the Giants.
You're out.
Number 51, David Bednar. Now pitching for the Orioles.
You're out.
Number 45, Keegan.
Here's Mike
The
Trout.
batter, the center fielder, Mike Trout.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one opts against the fence. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball, and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
Juan Soto now. That's ripped into the outfield. Kirsten snags it on the run.
A lot of adrenaline we can see.
Back here in Baltimore.
Out. 3. Out.
And welcome back to the ballpark. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now the Giants 4-hitter, Matt Chapman. Looking to get the tying run on base. Now a rip into left center. Could be extra bases. Now he turns and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Lifted in the air right center field. Mullins in pursuit. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away. Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Now a fly ball to right center. Makes the grab. Here comes the runner from third. He'll score on the sac fly, and they've tied it in the top of the 9th.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
And up next for San Francisco, Patrick Wisdom. There's a swing and a drive. A dive, and he can't haul it in. In with a double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Now, Jordan Walker. Now that's smacked to right center. And it's into the gap. The run comes in to score from second. It's 4-3. And that's a 2-out double.
Love how he let that ball travel.
Cionel Perez into the game.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better runs in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Jackson Holliday, the next Giant to hit. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Mullins settles under it and makes the catch. And that is back now, and on the mound, the closer.
3. You're out. 3.
All this team needs is one more win, but when you're playing in the postseason, it's not just a win of a game, it's a win of an inning. It's a win of an at-bat, it's a win of a pitch count, and that's what they're going to need to do in the next game to take the series.
So, Chris, here's a look at the final numbers from what turned out to be a really close ball game.
Yeah, this is one of those games that clearly could have gone either way, and that's kind of exactly what you expect out of postseason baseball. So competitive.
And the final score here, 4-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew.
Let's play ball. That hit him. First base. Take your base. Ball 4. 3. 3. 3. Ball 4. Take your base. He's safe. Ball 4. Take your base.
Welcome in, everyone. Second inning of our ball game underway with 2 gone. John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam. That's one way to quiet the crowd. That's his 3rd home run of the series. And they add on. It's 7-0. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often.
Brandon Hyde out of the dugout now, and he's ready to make a move to the bullpen. That's as far. Zach Eflin will take over here.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And makes the grab. And that's the 3rd out. Jordan Westburg getting ready to hit. Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of
Ball 4, take your base.
Now pitching for the Orioles, Number 19. Goal.
Ball four. Take your base.
2 outs, bases loaded. Here's Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. Swings and sends a rocket to right, and he makes the catch. And that is that.
Out. You're out. 3. Out.
Base is empty, 1 away. Matt Chapman will hit next. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Just missed it.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where
Out. 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 That's ball four. You're out. 3. Out. 3. Out. You're out. Ball four. Take the base.
And here
Up
is
next
Matt
is John.
Chapman.
The third baseman.
The Giants up big in this one here in Game 4 of the World Series. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Mullins makes the grab, 1 away.
Now pitching for the Orioles. Number 58. Cionel. Correa.
Heston
right
Kjerstad,
fielder,
the next to
number
hit for the
13.
Orioles.
Heston. Kjerstad.
Webb is just 1 strike away.
Ball.
And another ball.
2-2.
The Orioles with a lot of ground to make up here in Game 4. And here it comes. That one ripped right center field, and that should be extra bases. Westburg round second on his way to third. Coming home. He'll score, and it's 14-1.
Well done. Drives in the run. Cutter on the inside edge of the plate. That's a tough pitch to handle, but he seemed to have no problem with it whatsoever. Turned on it nicely.
Here's Adley Rutschman. Foul ball there. 1 run across in the frame so far late here in Game 4.
That's
Just
a ball.
missed.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
On the ground, and this should do it. Caminero. And that's it. They are World Series champions.
Congratulations to the World Series champions. Incredibly special team. So proud of these players. I know the fans back in their hometown. Everybody going nuts right now. It's going to be such an amazing reception when they return home.
Welcome back on the show as we see some of the final moments and reactions in this World Series clinching game. And now let's go down on the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs. For Chris Singleton and our outstanding crew, I'm John Sciambi. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours. Mm-hmm.